Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about the House Republicans again. We're going to be doing that because they did chalk up a win. They chalked up a win, so we're going to go through it. We're going to talk about what happens next. We're going to talk about delivering on promises and all of that stuff and just kind of run through everything so everybody knows what occurs as this process moves forward. Because if you miss the news, the the Republicans in the House were finally successful at impeaching the Director of Homeland Security. Now, it took them more than one try, but they did finally get there. So they immediately got on Twitter, started putting out those tweets with that rhetoric, celebrating their massive victory, saying things like "Adios, Alejandro," and stuff like that. Apparently, completely unaware of the process and the fact that it goes to the Senate next. So it looks like they are appointing Marjorie Taylor Greene as impeachment manager. I'm sure that's not a mistake. And they are moving forward with it. Now, what was the director impeached for? We don't know. No clue. No clue. They never really were able to make their case on anything. But whatever, I'm sure we'll find out at the trial. Okay, because it goes to the Senate. So, what happens when it goes to the Senate? Nothing. In all likelihood, nothing. Nothing is going to occur. Your two most likely options are that Schumer either moves to dismiss or sends it to committee and effectively buries it. That's what's going to happen. One of those two. And I know what you're saying. You're like, but why would Republicans in the Senate be okay with that? Why wouldn't they fight? Because Republicans in the Senate are tired of Republicans in the House and their performative nonsense. Please keep in mind that the country is having major issues right now because Republicans in the House are going on recess when there's major foreign policy issues ahead. They are not moving towards getting budgets done and stuff like that to avoid a shutdown. It's all performative nonsense for Twitter likes, and it's endangering re-election chances for people in the Senate. They are in no mood to placate the Republicans in the House who do more to promise their base things that can't be delivered than they do advancing, Republican policy. And that's the problem. So you had Republicans in the House go forward and say, we're going to impeach, somebody for something. We're going to get even. We're definitely going to do this. And they talked about it. And they moved forward with it. And they failed. And then they moved forward with it again. And they got it. They got it. And now they've celebrated. And now they still can't deliver. Because it goes to the Senate and nothing's going to happen. So, once again, the actual read from the real Republicans, not the vocal minority on social media, but the Republicans that have to show up and vote, they have failed yet again. Yeah, Republicans in the Senate are not going to want to tie themselves to that mess. They're probably asking Schumer to bury it. That way they can at least come out and say, oh, I can't believe they did that. And feign that they were somehow interested in at least hearing it. But they don't want to be tied to it. Republicans in the House are driving the Republican Party into the ground. Not to put too fine a point on it. They're making a lot of bad decisions because they're not united, and there's a lot of theatrics rather than trying to move forward with policy. And the reason that's happening is because there's a lot of factions out for themselves. And it is worth noting that all of those factions have different goals. None of those goals are helping you. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.